Chapter 192, Paradise on the Sea. On Sunday morning, Zhu Tui went to Research Institute number 14 early in the morning. He also brought in Zhao Xu's breakfast, lunch, and fruits for dinner. He felt that Miss N was easy to support. A few vegetables or fruits would be a meal. She did not change her clothes much. Her favorite clothes were denim pants. The thing that consumed the most energy was the big blue mask. She had to use several of them a day. Fortunately, it was not expensive. At 10:58 a.m., Zhu Tui appeared at the parking area on time. At 10:59, a silver-gray, streamlined repulsive force flying car came to an abrupt stop. It threw a large amount of air onto Zhu Tui's face. "Brother Zhu, get in the car." Zhong Ziking stuck his head out of the repulsive force flying car. "Old Zhong, you even have a luxury repulsion flying car. Not bad. You're amazing. You're a rich man," Zhu Tui praised as he jumped into the car. "Brother Zhu, don't joke with me. This is just a beggar model of the repulsive force flying car. It has nothing to do with luxury cars. I had no choice. In my line of work, it would be a waste of time if I did not have a repulsive flying car. I still have a loan of 1 million yuan. The monthly car loan of tens of thousands of yuan is so heavy that I can barely breathe. Shall we set off? Do you want to drive or should I?" Zhong Ziking asked. "You do it. I haven't gotten my special license yet." Zhu Tui wanted to touch it, but he decided against it. He shouldn't be curious. It would not be too late to drive another car after he got his special license. "Brother Zhu, since you have plans to clear missions to earn money, there are two things that you have to prepare immediately," Zhong Ziking said. "Which two items?" "The first is to get a special flying license. When you're out on a clearing mission, a repulsive force flying car and a repulsive force flying skateboard are necessary." Repulsion flying cars were a necessary tool for genetic newcomers to travel a long distance. They would definitely not be able to reach the place they had to go for the clearing mission in public transport. As for the repulsive force flying skateboard, it was a necessary tool to move quickly in complicated terrain. "Therefore, you have to hurry up with the special flying license," Zhong Ziking said. Zhu Tui nodded. That made sense. "Secondly, your genetic newcomer level is actually the level of your cultivation. According to the requirements of the genetic committee, you have to reach the level of a level D genetic liberator before you can accept the clearing mission. Moreover, many of the clearing missions have cultivation requirements," Zhong Ziking said. "He'll go for the certification in a week or two," Zhu Tui said. The two matters that Zhong Ziking had mentioned were already listed on Zhu Tui's schedule. Cultivation levels were easier to resolve. Zhu Tui's current reaction speed had reached 4 milliseconds. So it would not be a problem for him to pass the exam of the special flying license, but he would need time and money. It costs 120,000 yuans. It was a little expensive, but he could afford it at the moment. However, the problem was that with the special flying license, it was still useless without the repulsive force flying car or skateboard. These two things were more expensive. Therefore, Zhu Tui and Zhong Ziking started earning money today. "Brother Zhu, I've already started operating your personal Weibo account. Currently, I've contacted a few people. According to your requirements, the frequency can't be high, and it has to be of quality. Therefore, the income shouldn't be very high at the moment. In the next month, it would probably be $50,000 to $60,000. Moreover, if you wanted to maintain this number, you had to frequently post on Weibo about your personal cultivation and lifestyle to maintain your fan activity. Otherwise, your income will probably plummet in the future." Zhong Ziking started talking about this. "You can operate it first." He did not have much of a future if it was purely for his personal Weibo account. He would earn some money first and look at the plan later. "All right, Brother Zhu, by the way, why did you think of plan number 3? "Actually, plan number 3 is the one I don't think highly of. Not only is it further away, but the relative risk is also higher," Zhong Ziking asked. "Actually, the disadvantage is that it's further away. In terms of risk, it's actually much smaller than the other plans you recommended. To be able to create a maritime entertainment kingdom in the open sea, be it in terms of background or size, it was a very big deal. We can earn some money based on our abilities. The risk is actually very small," Zhu Tui said. The plan number 3 that Zhang Ziking recommended to Zhu Tui was related to a place that was called the Sea Paradise Entertainment Kingdom. There were many ways to earn money, including actual combat. Of the other 5 plans recommended by Zhang Ziking, 3 of them were related to the martial arts competition. One of the plans was a very formal martial arts arena. It would limit one's age, ability level, and so on. After a month, the final champion would receive 660,000 yuans. It was too long and the income was too little. Pass. The other 2 plans were underground combat and underground boxing deathmatch. The benefits were relatively better. However, the locations were all around the capital. They were on the edge of being legal. They were not big. According to a Huang's analysis, the probability of an accident happening was very high. On the other hand, the Sea Paradise Entertainment Kingdom in plan number 3 had a complete set of martial arts competitions. Moreover, they were extremely large in size and scale. Furthermore, they had been existing in the open sea for more than 40 years. Currently, the Sea Paradise Entertainment Kingdom, which was located in the high seas of the Yamato Sea, was recognized as a money-squandering den in the Wuxia sector. Not only did they have the world's largest genetic newcomer public welfare organization behind them, but it was also said that the Blue Star Genetic Committee and the Wuxia Sector Genetic Committee were also behind them. Brother Zhu, the risk is indeed very small. However, if you really earn money here, you might have to face extraordinary risks, Zhang Ziking suddenly said. Extraordinary risk? What do you mean? Zhu Tui was surprised. Brother Zhu, there are no restrictions in the open sea. It means freedom, but it also means crime and danger. The area between the Sea Paradise Entertainment Kingdom and Wuxia sector is the most dangerous, Zhang Ziking said. Zhu Tui suddenly understood what Zhang Ziking meant. Neither he nor a Huang had considered that. What a Huang had given him was a profit deduction and a risk deduction. The risk deduction did not involve any criminal activities in the unrestricted high seas. It was mainly because Zhu Tui had no experience. He was used to living in the Wuxia sector. The security in the Wuxia sector was still the best in the universe even after the genetic evolution 100 years later. As long as they were in the city circle, it would be a piece of cake for them to go out for a barbecue in the middle of the night. However, it was completely different outside the Wuxia sector. Especially since the Great Genetic Age, the rapid increase in individual abilities had brought about various security issues. Heroes broke the rules with their martial arts. Genetic newcomers violated the rules with their abilities. Therefore, other than the Wuxia sector, the security in the other districts had decreased compared to 100 years ago. The rate of solving cases had also decreased. The current Wuxia sector had long become a paradise for most people on the Blue Star. The identity passport of the Wuxia sector had long become the most valuable identity passport on the Blue Star. There was neither. It was also because of this reason that Zhu Tui did not consider the crimes of the high seas. He frowned slightly. Huang, can you gather information on this and make a safety assessment? Zhu Tui did not say anything. Instead, he entered a message into his communication device. Although Zhang Ziking was trustworthy, there was no need to let him know about Huang's existence. Seeing that Zhu Tui was worried, Zhang Ziking suddenly smiled and said, Brother Zhu, you don't have to worry. As long as we earn money at the Sea Paradise Entertainment Center, it won't be a problem. The Sea Paradise Entertainment Center also places great importance on the safety of the customers. After collecting a certain amount of FEs, they will send out guards to ensure the safety of the flying cars. That's good. This made Zhu Tui feel relieved. If it really came to that, he could buy his safety with money. The capital was 1,300 kilometers away from the Sea Paradise Entertainment Center. In the capital, the speed limit of the repulsive force flying car was 200 kilometers per hour, but there was no speed limit outside the city. If you had that ability and your repulsive force flying car had that speed, you could drive as fast as you wanted. The maximum speed of flight was related to the performance of the vehicle and the reaction speed of the individual. Generally speaking, a reaction speed of 10 milliseconds should not exceed 500 kilometers per hour. Of course, it would be faster if the vehicle was equipped with a powerful, ultra-long-range high-sensitivity infrared radar and automatic risk-averse function. Zhang Zikiyang's version was the beggar version. although it was equipped with an ultra-long-range, high-sensitivity infrared automatic radar. It had nothing to do with its performance. But he was obviously an experienced driver. As soon as he left the capital, he drove the repulsive force at a speed of over 600 kilometers per hour. On the way, they passed through a mountain range. In the Great Genetic Era, due to the evolution of plants and animals, humans had retreated from the depths of nature and retreated into cities. Coupled with the activity of the genetic newcomers, some countries, especially small ones, had let go of their airspace control in the mountains and forests. Therefore, Zhang Ziqing flew smoothly. It had to be said that Zhang Ziqiang's repulsive force flying car was really a beggar's version. When the flying speed exceeded 600 kilometers per hour, the hissing sound drilled into his head. They entered the open sea area of the Yamato Sea 20 minutes later. After entering the open sea, the number of repulsive force flying cars increased significantly. Zhang Ziqing had no choice but to slow down. However, most of the repulsive force flying cars heading to the open sea were heading in the same direction. 10 minutes later, the repulsive force flying car slowly came to a stop. Zhang Ziqing pointed out of the window and said with a smile, "Brother Zhu, this is your first time here, right? Look down. The outdoor view of the Sea Paradise Entertainment Center is also superb. If not for the inconvenience of public transportation, it would have become a popular tourist attraction long ago." Zhu Tui leaned his body slightly out of the window. He took a look and gasped. He imagined that it might be a large yacht. In reality, it was actually a super large offshore platform. No, it should be a super large floating city. Zhu Tui saw that it was more than 2 kilometers long. It was huge. However, what attracted his attention the most was the 4-pointed castles at the 4 corners of the Sea Paradise Entertainment Center. They were extremely cold. It looked more like a military installation. Let's go, Brother Zhu. Today, I'll bring you to broaden your horizons and see the true paradise of the genetic newcomers. Let's broaden our horizons first and see what it means to be a dragon before earning money. Zhang Ziqing smiled and drove the repulsive force flying car towards the 3-dimensional parking garage. At this moment, Zhu Tui's personal communication device vibrated slightly. Huang's safety assessment was here. The rest of the content was similar to what Zhang Ziqing had said. However, the last message made Zhu Tui's eyes twitch.